Hey guys, I'm out here doing a little bit of work on my property, pole barn. We get asked a lot about what we use to do our sod jobs. So let me just give you a quick rundown of the tools that I like to use for executing these sod projects. Okay, so what we have here is this is basically the first stage. This looked like this about 5 minutes ago. Let me rephrase that. This looked like this. What I'm using to do this is this attachment right here. Okay, this is called a cultivator. Different brands, they call it different things. Toro, theirs is called a cultivator. This is the Rotaderon. And what this machine is this box right here is a tiller. It basically takes this material right here. It's going to flip it. It's going to bury it down about 6 inches, okay? And all the dirt is going to pull back up. Okay, this right here, these are screening tines. And basically what it does is as this is rotating, these screening tines are going to catch material, and the thin stuff they'll let through, but rocks and sticks and debris ends up getting buried. Those rocks and sticks and debris cannot make it through these tines, so they hit those tines, get pushed back down into the cut, and then keep on getting circulated, and eventually they get buried. All right, so that's phase two. So phase one is the tiller. Phase two, they got the screening tines, lets the processed material come out through here. This is a leveling bar right here. You can make adjustments to set your grade, and then this right here, this roller wheel basically compacts all that fluffed up loose soil. It compacts it and then gives you, see all those divots? That is ideal for seeding right there. Now this right here for us, I mean, this is pretty daggum good. I mean, yeah, you could sod directly on top of this and you're gonna be good to go. But what I do is, if you have a lawn that is super thick like this, you're gonna have to hit this in multiple different passes. You'll have to hit it this way, you'll need to hit it this way, maybe come diagonally, and you just keep working it, and it'll bring up the old material, and it's kind of a mess whenever you have a really, really thick lawn. But if you work it enough, you can get it to look like this. Then what I do is I take this implement right here, the roller wheel, I pick the tiller all the way up, I pitch everything forward, so the only thing that's touching is the roller wheel. And then I will just run back and forth across this over and over and over again. And what that does is that just packs this all down and gets it nice and smooth, ready for sod. If you walk on this right here, you could easily sink down, several inches. Let's do it. So yeah, I mean, like if you were walking on this and trying to sod it, like you can't throw sod on that. Like you're gonna have a big old mess on your hands. So again, we take this and we'll just roll this back and forth with that wheel, and it compacts everything really well. So short of using the mini and then the cultivator, again, ours is the Rotaderon, these are the attachments that I have settled in on as the things that I needed to do the work that we do. Cutting bucket, of course. Hopefully I don't have to do too much explaining on that. But forks, 48-inch forks that are adjustable, absolutely have to have it. We don't just use it for sod. I mean, I've got to where I'm putting just everything on pallets, like mulch bags, firewood, everything is going on pallets now, and it makes just handling that material much easier. And then this right here, this has been new for me. I am still learning it, but I will tell you that this thing right here is bad to the bone. It's land plane, and I found Shot Services on YouTube. He was using this thing, and I said, man, that looks pretty daggone cool. And he said it was something that he used, and obviously if you followed his channel for any length of time at all, he has a little bit of experience on his hand. He said this is a very useful attachment. So I did what I tell my subscribers to do. Somebody has already done what you are wanting to do. maybe you should take advice from them. And he wasn't wrong, man. So this right here is not good for coming across this. Now, I mean, this is, like I said, this is ready to go. All this needs is this roller wheel, right? All it needs is this roller wheel. Where this thing shines is whenever you have a lot of material in the yard. Let's say you've had a dump trailer load or a semi load or tractor load of topsoil dumped out, and then you need this to level. You can get the lawn like butter smooth with this. This is great for gravel, great for dirt, great for asphalt millings. This just cuts the highs and drops it to the lows. It's almost like a cheat code. I have really enjoyed this attachment. Again, you can't use it all the time. You can't use it on this because it honestly, it just kind of ends up creating a mess and pulls up the loose material down there. But if you've got like a bunch of highs and lows and uneven areas, that land plane has been, well, it's been an absolutely awesome attachment. Okay, so a little panoramic here of my pole barn. Again, I've told y'all that me and my father have built this thing short of the concrete, and I'm really proud of that. So we have a lot of work to do out here still. What I'm doing right now is I am getting this section of our property ready for Argentine bahia seed, which is what's all out there. We did not do this section because I originally thought this was going to be a drive-up section for the pole barn. We thought we were going to do some type of driveway here, but you know, we decided on another route for the pole barn, so I went ahead and I'm getting this ready for more seed. So what I'm using here is a coated Argentine bahia seed. That coating, it helps improve the germination rate of the seed, helps it absorb water. So what this is let's see if I can focus it out there. Is what's out there. So it's a beautiful pasture grass, and I like it better than the Pensacola bahia. Pensacola bahia gets that Y head on it. Argentine bahia does not. But you can see these dimples that we created with our machine, and just look how that seed just gets stuck in there. That's exactly what you want. And what I do is I'll come back over this one more time with the machine. I won't run the tiller. I'll just put the actual wheel on this, press it down, and this whole area is gonna be good to go. We'll get this whole area looking like that over there in about a month and a half, 2 months. So y'all know we do sod installations, and I always get the question, why not just overseed? Like, if this works so well, why not overseed? So there's a few reasons for that. On warm season turf grasses, what we have found is when people are wanting to have a new lawn, they're wanting to improve they're not wanting to deal with weeds. And whenever you overseed in warm season, like there will be weed pressure. There's no way around it. You can't put down pre-emergent herbicides or anything like that. That's going to affect your seeds germinating. And me personally, I don't like spraying anything. No glyphosate, anything on this. I'd rather just do it natural. Till it and have the seed germinate naturally. But again, what you're going to have happen is you will have weed pressure come through. Now me, I'm okay with that. This is a pasture for us, and there may be applications in big areas where people are okay. They're like, hey, I don't really care too much about weed pressure. I just want to see an improved grass. And in that case, hey, this is a viable solution. But typically when we're doing like big, massive projects for people and they're spending a lot of money to get their place looking nice, they typically want one and done. Like, they're like, hey, I just want to sod it. And that is the best way to instantly get a great looking lawn. You don't have to worry about weed pressure. That sod will get locked in. You install a zoysia grass, it's going to choke out the weeds. That is a better way to do it if you want an instant lawn. But there are applications like this right here. Like if you want pasture grass, or if you have a larger area at your home and you're just like, hey, I want a full sun mix, and I'm okay with dealing with some weeds, hey, you know, this is a viable solution. The other thing is residential homeowners are typically not going to be okay with dealing with mud for an extended period of time. A lot of times they have pets, you know, animals that be tracking mud in the house, and it's very messy. And if you get a lot of rain, you're going to have a mess on your hands. another tip that I would give you about reseeding your lawn or pasture is that you're going to have a certain amount of seed, and the tendency is going to be to, one, over apply it, or number two, you're going to just use all of it. And say, oh, there's a spot over here, I'm going to use all of it. Don't do that. That's a mistake. There will be spots that you realize you've missed. It's just the way it is. There's no way you're going to get everything perfect, or for that matter, you may end up with a rain that is heavier than you expected, and it's going to wash out some of that seed. So when everything starts germinating, you're going to have spots where seed has washed out, and you'll have bare spots. Okay, you need to have seed on hand ready to go for that. How much? It just depends. Like if you're talking about doing 5 acres, yeah, man, I may have like 2 bags on hand ready to repair. But if you're doing, 10,000 square foot, yeah, probably half a bag is going to patch in on those little bare areas. Inevitably, there will be some. Make sure you have a little bit of seed left over, stored on hand, that once you see everything germinating, you can patch those areas in. You can tell me, you say, hey, John, I don't want to do seed, I want to do sod. All right, so if we were to measure this area out, you tell me, hey, John, I want to turn this into this. Then I want you to bring in nice zoysia grass, make my lawn look beautiful, nice level. Okay, so this, very easily $5,000 or $6,000 project. But conservatively, assuming that we're going to turn this into this, flip it, get it all nice and smooth, bring in sifted topsoil to top dress everything all nice and everything. That is a different animal than what we're talking about, other than just flipping it over and then using a bag of seed. Like the labor is this completely different. So again, you're talking about a difference of $5,000 or $6,000 for something like this compared to the materials cost of a bag of seed, which this 50-pound bag of seed was $400. That's crazy. I can't believe anybody would pay $5,000 or $6,000 for the. That's a low-end sod project. Look, unless you've went out and got a lot of sod quotes, you have no idea what you're talking about when you say that people won't spend. It's very labor intensive. It's hard work. And landscaping companies understand that. Look, every time I go out and do a sod job, I'm just like, man, do I really want to be doing this? Yeah, we do. But the price has got to be right. It's very labor intensive. But again, you can see the intrigue of wanting to give seeding a shot, because again, it is a fraction of the cost and the labor, the materials of what goes into an actual bona fide sod project. So if you're a homeowner and you've checked those boxes, you said, hey, I don't really care about a whole lot of weed pressure. I've got some open areas in the lawn. I'm not worried about my yard being dirt for an extended period of time, 4 to 6 weeks, until it really starts to fill in good. I don't have animals out there messing it up. Like, okay, this is a viable option. And the last thing I'm going to tell you is this. Look, dude, don't overcomplicate this. I see some people on YouTube that are like, it's got to be like this and this, and the seed needs to be buried 1/8 of an inch, and you got to have the perfect amount of water. And dude, it's freaking seed. Like, till the lawn up, okay? Let's throw down the seed, all right? Get good coverage. Let's sprinkle a little bit of dirt on top of it, keep it watered. Let's see what happens. Don't overthink it, man. There's just so many people want to make you think it's just so complicated. It's not that freaking complicated. Like, what's that saying? Paralysis by analysis? Dude, go buy you a bag of seed from Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. Get the coated kind. You want to get crazy? Go to a feed and seed store and get something perfect for your area. But look, just get the coated seed, till it up, toss it down, rake some dirt over the top of the seed, and keep it wet. You just might surprise yourself and end up with a pretty dang good looking lawn.